So, this video isn't clickbait. It's not titled to grab people to watch it. I mean, watch it, that'd be great, but I'm going to leave you to watch the video, see what happens, and we'll come back. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome to today's vlog. We are in St. Omer. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. We're like 45-50 minutes from Cite Europe. We'll be going there first to do some shopping, probably have some food, and then we've got a 6 o'clock ferry tonight. We've actually got quite a lot of time today, which is great. Probably head to the port at 3 o'clock, maybe a bit earlier. Might be worth seeing if we can get an earlier ferry. I don't know if that's actually a thing, because that would be good to get home a little bit quicker. But if we can't, it's okay, because we've got a motorhome. We can just sit here. I'd much rather be in the south of France right now, because it's quite cold here. Right, so we've turned the bed at the back into 2 sofas, done some tidying, everything's a little bit more organised. We want to be ready so when we get back from our trip we can just lift everything from here into our house. Better than going through all the covers and trying to work out what we don't want. I think we're going to try and put some stuff in some bags ready for when we get back tonight. All of our devices are charged, ready for the day. We just need to disconnect from electricity at some point, take it off the levelling blocks and drive. I think it's time to have a little walk around outside, go back into town. Let's go. So I'm currently walking underneath the train track. This is the train that runs right behind where we're parked. Now it is a bit noisy, I will warn you. It would be better if we had some kind of soundproof motorhome, but it's okay. A few times in the night it went past. Apparently on Park for Night it doesn't go past 1:30, I think I read. There was definitely a train at like 3 o'clock. Lies. So in last week's vlog we walked this way, we carried on up this road and we saw a train. Then the waterside, which I believe is where the boulangerie is. If it's not, we're going to be hungry. So last night our electric heater died. I don't know how or why. I've tried to work out what's wrong with it, but I can't work it out. It's got power. Wonder if the elements died. A bit boring. Thankfully we have a diesel heater to keep us warm all night. So I couldn't find the boulangerie. I think we've got the wrong place, but we do need to get either a lollipop. So we're going to go in the shop here. Right, we're back out, got lollipops, no bakery, but we'll be okay. There's a pharmacy if it gets really bad. As most places in France, I can imagine this is very, very idyllic in the summer. Definitely would recommend staying along the waterside. That camper van's still there, so there must be okay to stay there. There is also recycling just on the other side. I found a second bakery. I think we're going to head through town. It's an 8-minute walk. I've just noticed that we can get quite close to the river. There's a bridge. We're going to go up onto it. It's quite nice because I can see the sun glistening over the water. Right, so as we are 2 minutes away from the boulangerie, Eva needs the toilet, so I think she's currently got Eva over her shoulder, running, diving, rolling. I think they're just walking. Bonjour, deux croissants, de pain au chocolat. Pain, merci. Ah ouais, yeah. Right, boulangerie done, food done, time to go and eat it. Again, I got too much. The problem is, I look at everything and it looks so nice, so I buy it. Ethan, no. Good. You may remember last year we tried these. There's like a brioche croissant thing with sugar on top. We tried them and it was in the north of France. I've not seen them since then, so maybe there's something that's only made in this area. Does anyone else know? Does anyone know? Does anyone know about French stuff like this? Anything to do with breads? How was your walk back? back.
There you go, thank you. Not as cold as I was expecting it to be.
Say hi.
Hi.
So it's 38 minutes from the camping car park to Cite Europe, and I guess not much further to either the train or the ferry. So quite a good stop off if you're on your way back and you want to do the crossing in the morning or something like that. I don't know if there are many places really close to Calais. We keep seeing that it's not a great idea to stay too near to Calais. Also, we've been told that by Border Force too. 38 minutes away, I think that's a good distance. Okay, so we just parked up. We're at Cite Europe. We're parked at the Motorhome space. And I'll give you a what 3 words below for that. It's not very well signposted. Finding it on Google Maps or Google wasn't that simple. First stop, Primark.
Yeah, I got it made.
So thankfully we've now finished at Primark. That was an ordeal I don't wish to repeat. We're now going to find some food. Food's a very important part of our day. And the best part is it happens 3 times a day, not just once, maybe even more than 3 times. Merci.
Do you want a bit of orange juice?
I don't know if you can see me behind. That is a slide and the kids go up the staircase and then down there. It's very high. Right, so we're now in the shoe shop, same as we were only 2 days ago. And guess what? We're looking for shoes. I love shoe shops.
No, me.
Do you like shoe shops?
Yeah.
You do? Shoe shopping complete. Are you happy, dear?
Yes.
Very good. That's 1 pair of shoes for Jaynie and 1 pair of shoes for me. We're now going this way. I don't know where we're going. I love these places. I love exploring all these exciting shops. It just fills me with complete happiness. Brings my anxiety right down. I think that's enough toys, shoes and clothes for one day.
Yeah.
But we were going to go and have some look at some food. Food's good. Okay, it's time for a very quick trip around this supermarket. We have just come in here for crisps. Just come in here for crisps. We have just come in here for crisps. Say it a few times. I need to remember that. What else are we going to get? We only want crisps. Just crisps. Well, it turns out we bought quite a few crisps, 12 bottles of wine and some other stuff. I did say just crisps, but it didn't work. Just got in the motorhome and there was a guy up on our bed. They tell us when we go through Calais, they say, is there anyone in the motorhome? You just say no. And we've checked before, we've kind of looked around, I've been a bit...
Yes, they just left.
I've been a bit thoughtful and checked, but I've never really thought it would happen. Stop. Shut it. There's someone in our motorhome.
What?
Yeah, do you want me to... Are you on your own? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. Someone just went breaking.
They were up on the top.
How?
They were inside. I don't know how they got in. I've not worked that one out yet.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah. I've literally just got them out. He was nice, he was friendly, but...
Like trying to break into the UK?
Yeah, he was from Sudan. He was trying to get across.
Hi, is anyone inside?
But I don't know how they got in either.
Are you guys okay? I think it's okay.
My daughter's a bit confused as to why there was someone in our motorhome. She doesn't understand it was bad, she just doesn't understand why.
Oh my god.
But I still don't understand how they got in. That's the... Do you want me to have a look around? That was horrible. Can we work out how they got in?
I think they've got in through that back window because there's one that's open at the moment.
Oh, Ethan, you're right.
And that's the
Yeah,
thing
so
they're just fixing.
so Ethan told me.
They've broken the window to get in.
Yeah, so Ethan told me just now when we were loading things in that the blind was damaged. And they do that because there's a part of the plastic that falls off, and then the blind doesn't hook in. Oh wow, that was really intense. The top bed was because of getting air around the mattress. I'd kind of piled everything up in the middle of the bed, so it looked like it had pillows underneath the duvet. Obviously, I wasn't assuming someone under there, but I checked the cupboard. So I checked the top of the bed. So I checked the cupboards and the toilet because I thought that's where someone could be. And because you... Right, I think we need to phone the police. So that was pretty stressful. I don't know how to explain that to the kids. Wow. Eva just came out and said to me, Daddy, there's someone in my motorhome. That was after it happened and we got him out. Obviously I can't have anything negative towards the guy. He's just trying to get to the UK. He's just trying to... He's just trying to get to a better place. And we're so grateful that we're from the UK. In reality, it's just a broken window. Not great, but we'll live, won't we? We'll be fine. But for him, that's a really...
Also, it's good if it's the last day, because if he was sleeping, if it was another day and we were sleeping, it would get cold.
Yeah. Right, guys, I'm running out of space on my card now. I need to switch another card and I'll pick up soon. Okay, so... Hi. We are now queuing up for passport control. We're not going to be on our camera, but that's okay. Just thought we'd say hi. Let's take the handbrake off.
Daddy, moving dang.
Thanks, Eva. Gradual crawling forwards.
Moving dang.
It's time to go get on a ferry. Come on, everyone, say yay!
Yay!
Right, if you just saw us in the line queuing up for the ferry, hello. We were sat in the motorhome, the two lanes to our left hand side. One person put their hand out the window showing us their phone with my face on it, and then a Range Rover then did the same thing. They weren't with each other, they didn't notice each other do that either, so they were completely independent. So if that was you, hello, and thank you for interacting with us. It was nice to see you. Right, we are due to move forward. You can see the brake lights on my face from the motorhome in front. We are soon about to go forward and board Irish ferries. We're going to take you on board and show you what we see, which may be good.
Mummy,
and I'm also going to talk to you about what happened earlier. Let's go. Oh, this is busy. It's packed. Doesn't look packed on the camera, but there's a lot of people in all the hallways. Stairways are busy. We're going to find some food now, although that might be busy too. So we're just in the queue for the food. It's not moving much, is it? Not moving. Very slow. You hungry?
Just what I needed.
Right, it's time for us to leave this ferry. Didn't show you anything, I'm sorry. We just sat and relaxed, we're all a bit stressed. We're going to head off and we're going to go back down to Motorhome. We'll see you soon. Okay, so we found the motorhome. Time to jump in and head off. So I had a challenge, not a nice one, not a fun one. I had to coax this scared, frightened guy out of our motorhome, out of our space. And that was hard. That was a real big thing. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. He was terrified, not just of me. I don't think I'm that scary, but I think he was scared of the what ifs, the maybes, the whys, the hows. I don't know. He'd come from Sudan. We had a chat. A really short one. Well, it felt a long one, but it was probably just minutes. We chatted. He begged me to take him back to the UK. We didn't. Just to clarify, he left. We didn't take him back, but he was scared. So I helped him down. I gave him my hand and brought him off the bed safely. I don't think he knew what was going on. I mean, he'd put himself here. I didn't put him there, but he didn't know. I didn't know. We didn't know. No one knew. It was confusing. I'm thankful that his English was so good because communication was viable. The situation could have been very violent. It could have been very dangerous, but he was nice. I'm going to describe him as a decent person. He felt, but he was in our space. And that was the bit that was terrifying. Now, we should never look at what ifs. We should never consider them. But if we'd have not left our duvet folded in the way that we did for this one trip because of the temperature, I honestly don't think we would have found him. You could say that Border Force would have checked. You could have said that they'd have found him. I don't think they would have either, because we've had them come on the motorhome before and have a look around and check, but they don't check that thoroughly, and I don't want to criticise them. Resources probably aren't there. I don't know. And because of that, we would have got on the boat with someone up there. He would have travelled back on the boat with us, got off, and we'd have driven home. And at that point, I wonder when he would have got off, when we would have been surprised by his presence. And it's all very well saying he would have got off when we were out, but we got home, unloaded the motorhome as a family, which we always do, and at some point I'd have pulled the bedding because I would have taken it inside. Now it's me that's in the motorhome, I unload it and everyone else takes things in, but at that point I would not have been expecting a thing, obviously. Whereas when we were in Calais, there was a small suspicion, a tiny one, but enough for me to be aware. I don't want this to go on too long. I don't want this vlog to become us waffling. Now this happened 6 weeks ago, and I'll be honest, I'm probably only now at the point where I'm ready to make this video, if we're ready at all, because the shock, the trauma is so raw.
And today, for me, it's the first time I've come into the motorhome because actually it's just something that I've chosen not to do, but also it's just too hard. But I'm fine being in here now.
I want to turn this around. I want to make a positive out of a negative. We want to move on, and I think for us, this space, we love this motorhome. It's a big thing for us. It's not something we take for granted. This space is really special to us. That would have been a big contribution to our trauma. We feel that the only way to move forward is to sell this motorhome, which is sad, but we're going to buy a new one, and we're going to treat this as a step forward, a way to progress and move on.
I think the one thing that we both said to each other is that we both needed to deal with the situation, but we didn't want the situation ever stopping us wanting to travel. That was the biggest thing. And so for me, I've been actually having some therapy to talk through everything, and which has been absolutely incredible. But the reason why I wanted that therapy was because even though that I knew that I was okay, I need to prepare myself so when we next go on our next adventure, that I'm as best as I possibly can be on that trip. And so we've really been trying to look after ourselves for that next adventure, which we're very, very excited about.
Yeah, this wasn't really the video to bring you our next adventure.
No.
This video signifies the end of our Christmas trip, which we loved. Now obviously this is post-trip, this has been recorded, but we loved it and we had a great time. There was that small but massive thing that happened that we just discussed that was a deal breaker. It did make the whole trip feel slightly compromised, but we can't forget all the great things that we did and that we experienced. And if you've watched the series, which thank you if you have, if you haven't, go back through and watch them, because we'd love you to experience the stuff we've done as much as you can. So we're gonna go away now. We're gonna be planning. We are so ready to look at our next trip. You might already know, we might have already said, we're looking at Bulgaria. We're going to be driving. I'm trying not to give too much away. We might maybe be driving down to Bulgaria via some places. It might just be me for a bit of it. Jaynie's going to join me with the kids. They're going to fly down somewhere. Let's see where that might be. And we're going to take a journey from Bulgaria through some places. Greece might be one of them. And then up to Croatia. Now, obviously, the motorhome is then still in Europe. So Jaynie will have to come home because she's got work. That's very sad. She's going to bring Eva with her, and the plan will be that me and Ethan get to drive from Croatia back to the UK, our own little adventure within a big adventure. So on that note, I think we're gonna say goodbye,
and don't let anything stop you from going on your adventures.
So we're going to leave you there, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It's incredibly important to our channel to grow with you guys alongside us. If you do subscribe, you will get to see more and more of our content. But go back through. There's so much stuff we've recorded over the last couple of years. We've been to France a few times. We've been to Belgium. We've been to Turkey. We've done some places. We've done loads of stuff in the UK as well. And if you as a family or whoever want to explore, maybe we can give you some help. So drop us a comment. There may be somewhere you want to go. We haven't been, so suggest somewhere. Just interact with us. We want to interact with you, and we'd love it if you were part of our community. Anyway, we'll see you soon. Bye bye.